final game of the series. Who's gonna be eliminated? Who's gonna progress to the next stage of the playoffs? Will it be Alter Ego or Aura Fire? As we dive into the Land of Dawn, you guys can comment now in the live chat. Hashtag AlterChamps for Alter Ego or hashtag Aura Fire for Aura.
Mid-game control is going to be also something that we need to look out for, because Alter Ego with Matilda as well as Lilia, they're going to be able to clear really fast. But in this particular case, Aura Fire with Rafaela as well as Facehugger on the Farsa, they're actually leading in that regard here in the earlier seconds of the game.
Look at the side lane though. Fluffy already leveraging that power in the side lane. Sunny Boy is stuck there. He can't really have a lot of options here. He needs to secure both these jungle camps as Fluffy is just waiting to try and deny that. It will be denied for now as a scramble is breaking out in the riverside. Pi here getting jumped on.
Needs to be careful. Guiding Wind, bringing him to safety. As that's actually going to be Silly Boy who secures his own jungle. So this invade by Aura Fire, not too successful, but it was able to actually pressure Alter Ego early on.
You're right. Now we can see here in the bottom lane, Alter Ego Esports have opted to roam around that bottom lane, putting a lot of emphasis onto Fluffy on the Paquito, and I do think that is a wise move. Fluffy on the Paquito is going to be able to deal out so much damage, especially when he reaches that mid-game power spike, and that is going to be detrimental to the backline of Alter Ego Esports, like the Lilia that is being played by Udil.
Well, Nino now being the main target here. Four-man dive engaged by Aura Fire.
Heavy spin as well. Nino has placed the BMI. Brilliant escape by Nino, but still, it's a massive, well, not massive, but it's still a win for Aura Fire, as Kabuki is able to get a few hits onto that turret shield.
Well, the gold buff was stolen by Udil as well. So far, it's looking pretty good as another scramble opens up in the mid side, and Sunny Boy is just focusing on getting that turtle as much as possible, and Hai is looking to try and steal it away. As we take a look at the talent prediction by Axe, it's a bit of a switch up here.
Yeah, I should just go to the Indo though.
Yeah, we gotta swap, some of the casters here, but the Feather Airstrike will be popped in here. Fluffy goes into the back line. Very good zoning, but look at the damage coming through. Sunny Boy is able. No, he's not. He didn't get the purple buff. It's actually Hai who picks it up with his own retribution. In the fight, though, Alter Ego does win in the end. Two members from Aura had to recall, and in that top side, this is where Claude gets a pretty good power spike as well, honestly. When he gets his ult, he can just shove the wave really fast.
Oh, but Kabuki here has actually opted for the Hunter Strike, so gonna be able to dish out more damage in terms of that penetration as well as additional movement speed, and perhaps that's exactly what he needs to be able to deny the pressure that Leo Murphy constantly gives him in this top side.
Look at the emblems though, 3 Avarice emblems for Alter Ego. They want to try and scale, man. Value is the name of the game as Godiva is taken out. That's first blood picked up by Udil.
Alter Ego getting first blood, so there's already a change here in game number 5. All the way from game 1, it's always been Aura Fire with the early aggression with the first bloods, but Alter Ego are finally able to secure a first blood for themselves as Pi is able to chunk Fluffy, winning out of that trade on the bottom side, but both teams gonna play it very slow. If they play slow like this, Alter Ego have the advantage.
You're right. You're right. Alter Ego Esports, they're going to scale into that late game, really waiting for Nino to reach that power spike, as well as Udil, who is going to be a constant damage dealer with the burst and the slows, the utility coming in from the Lilia. And that's something that Aura Fire needs to be aware of. Right now, there is a little bit of a mix in the mid side, as both teams are trying to get as much information out of each other as possible, as the Lord is only 7 seconds away.
And the big issue for Aura Fire here is the lack of engage. Yeah, they can send Fluffy to do something like this, whoa! But overall, it's still not a great engage as Fluffy is forced to flicker away.
Oh man, that was scary. My god, Udil calculated that so well. 1 HP, but oh my god, the fully star move there by Pi. Doesn't matter though, the Feather Airstrike connects fully onto Pi. Facehugger even flickering out of harm's way. And as you can see right now, everyone's trying to run away. Pi is in the midst of it all. Gonna be able to sustain for a bit, but finally will be taken down. Aura Fire finding a kill in that scrappy team fight.
But Alter Ego Esports are going to be able to secure the turtle under the nose of Aura Fire, so a trade is going to happen as Kabuki already starting to get bullied here by Nino in that gold lane.
It's going to be very tough, right? Alterego, 300 gold lead right now. As Nino goes in for the Blazing Duet. Onto Kabuki, gonna be canceled out. Has the Battle Mirror image in the back, so he's gonna be able to get out of that one. He's popped into sprint as well. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Fluffy. Ooh, very good calculation by him to actually get the turret with 1 HP left, dude.
Nearly bad for him if he got taken down, but he was able to get a turret in that bottom side, so that was quite worth it as Alterego Esports have opted to rotate towards a different path here. 71 seconds left on the board. Both teams don't look for objectives at the moment, and they are focusing purely on that pickoff.
As of right now, if we take a look at the items, Udil only has the Enchanted Talisman, but already doing so much more damage. Once he gets a few more items, same case for Nino as well. Once 1 or 2 more items is in their inventory, they can actually push the tempo a lot more to Aura Fire. So Aura is definitely feeling the pressure here as Alterego starts grouping, and it seems to be a bit funny that Alterego is doing a bit more of an Aura-esque strat.
Sully Boy with Death is welcome. Almost finding Facehugger, but wings by wings. They're able to help Facehugger to get out of that position. Alterego securing a turret up top. So now they are literally, they're equal on the board. Doesn't seem like there's a goal lead. It's a very small one. You can't really count that. There's, right now it's just a very slow game, and I actually might have to take back what I said earlier. If they both go slow like this, if they play it very slow tempo, I think it's going to be equal as well. Beatrix, Claude, Lilia, Farsa in the late game.
I agree. It's really tough here. It all depends on the execution, but at the moment, Celiboy is going to have a better time. But I might be wrong here. Is he going to go for the turtle?
Death is welcome, coming in. On to Godiva. Retribution by High picks it up. Sunny Boy going to fall to the hands of Godiva. As Pie's going to be chunked low, taken very low. Nino jumps in with a Blazing Duet onto that back line. Godiva still able to flicker out, gets the healing back up. Aura Fire looking for a re-engage. Udil taking low, Fluffy flickering forward to find that kill. It's another win for Aura Fire.
Ooh, an Aura Fire. They're going to be able to not get out of this as Leo Murphy goes in back for a re-engage. And you can see that High is going to be caught in a 3v1 situation.
Man, they just keep on going for it. Fluffy's not stopping. Leo Murphy forced to flicker out. Fluffy taking low now. They're going to go in. Nibiru's Passion soaked in entirely. Kabuki flickering forward, looking for the kill. Pie in the midst of it all. Trying to soak in attack. How is he alive? There you go. That makes sense. Finally falls.
Oh my god, the constant re-engages coming in from both teams. You can start to feel both of the heat happening here in the land of Dawn. As while we're waiting for the result, all of you guys also can check out Grab here with a 90% discount to grab some snacks.
That is insane. What a back and forth game here. Both teams trying to be aggressive. But I really think that if they keep trading like this, Alterego will eventually come out on top. They do have the edge when it comes down to pure DPS coming in from both Esmeralda, Claude, as well as Lilia. So I think Aura Fire needs to be a bit more smart about this. They are the ones with the burst advantage, the crowd control, and the early game potential to just shut down Nino and Udil. So they have to try and play to their advantage.
Oh, Kabuki. Oh, good dash by Kabuki. And Silly Boy doesn't have the Deathless Welcome to play with anymore. He's going to be pinned down. Good guiding win. Nino with the Blazing Duet now trying to deal the damage as he's going to be bursted down. But he has the Battle Mirror image. He can get out of that one. Kabuki was looking for a snipe. The game's equal again. Look at the gold lead. 300.
It's shifting, constantly going back and forth. And before that engage happened, we saw that Nino was able to secure that golden staff, the power spike that you mentioned here, Mirko.
Well, the longer the game goes though, Alterego have a lot more damage. And let's say a moment like earlier happens, Nino the Blazing Duet onto 4 people, they are gonna get absolutely shredded. So now, Aura Fire, they have to be even more careful, and even more careful the longer the game goes on. As Celiboy here stands his ground, this is how Alterego can get an advantage. They can just stay their ground because they have a lot more options to save, as we can see. Falling Star Wind is used by Pi.
They're trying to bait High's heavy spin out here. Gonna go in again. Feather airstrike popped in. Nino jumps in with the Blazing Duet. Facehugger flickers out, but it's not gonna be enough to get out of the Blazing Duet. Heavy spin popped in. Celiboy looking for the Retribution as the Holy Baptism connects, but look at Retribution by High. Once again, winning it out. Nino, 1 HP. Gunned down by Kabuki as he flickers forward. Liam Murphy taken low. Celiboy and Pi still alive. It's a 1-for-2. Facehugger and Godiva falls. It's a 2-for-2 if you calculate in the Lord as well.
2 for 2 as Aura Fire was actually able to get the Lord though. So still in favor for Aura Fire, I do believe, in that particular engage, and we can see that they now are leading with a 1,600 gold lead. Aura Fire trying to pin the focus of Alterego Esports in that mid lane, realizing that the lore that they have secured is going to be going into that bottom lane. But here we go, Fluffy in the 3v1.
Oh, he doesn't have the flicker here, has the dashes. Fluffy, when you give him the Paquito, he just styles.
Just pushes it to his full potential. And if you notice, the reason why Nino got picked off is because Fluffy was there to anticipate his battle mirror image, but now Celeboy gets trying to halve HP, and Aura will try and find something more, but will they succeed? The damage from Alterego is way too much.
Oh, Nino sandwiched in. Fluffy taking a whole lot of damage there, but will be able to just go for the tier 2 down below. With this, Aura Fire will have successfully used that Lord to get massive value, actually, right? Tier 2 in mid and bot taken down. They're just going to back off. Discipline once again from Aura Fire.
2,000, no, 3,000 gold lead right now, as they're not going to stop in terms of that macro discipline. They're going to look for the next objective on the board, which is that top side turret. And that's going to be very, very good for Aura Fire at this stage. Looking at the damage dealt here by Axe, we do see that Nino and Pi are actually the most damage-dealing people in the game right now, and this is interesting.
Well, it's interesting. Well, they have a lot of DPS. Their kits are very AoE heavy as well, so when the fights happen again and again, it's almost inevitable for both of them to try and rack up that damage dealt numbers. But of course, the longer this game goes, I feel like it's going to be a different situation. Leo Murphy has already picked up the Dominus Ice as well, so Aura Fire, the shields and the regen are going to be less and less reliable. Fluffy here just takes so much attention away from Alterego.
Celeboy, though, once again caught in the midst of it all. Baiting out the heavy spin, Pi jumps into the back line. Facehugger trying to deal damage, but will not be able to melt anyone down there. As now the Blazing Duet comes in, and no! Aura Fire lose their mid laner. Kabuki, though, is able to survive, kiting really well. Fluffy jumps in onto Udil. Udil now alone caught. Fluffy wants to go for it. One jab, goes for it, gets it. Aura Fire turning around once again. A 2 for 2 in the end. Kabuki still full HP. They're looking to play around Kabuki. They need to be very careful. Look at that damage from Kabuki. I think Aura still wins that out in the end. Udil Leo Murphy traded in for Facehugger Godiva.
That's a very close trade, but for Alterego, I don't know, man. The more damage they have, the more dangerous it is. That fight was so equal, despite the fact that Nino, for the most part, missed the bulk of his Blazing Duet.
Oh man, they're gonna go for that bottom side. Fluffy needs to look for this miracle play here at 2v1. He's buying so much time, and look at the back line. For the airstrike popped in, Nino.
Kabuki.
Caught low, Kabuki with the flanks here. As Pi jumps to the falling side, with Blazing Red popped in with a Wind of Nature. Kabuki taking low, has a Wind of Nature of himself. Kabuki finds the kill. On to Nino. Pi gonna be caught in the baptism, gonna be taken down, gunned down by Kabuki. A double kill for Aura. A massive upset in the making. Aura are looking for the Lord.
2 members taken down here, and this was crazy. Alterego Esports, they knew they couldn't win the fight in the bottom side, so you could see that Udil as well as Celeboy hitch their eyes onto the Lord. But all they did was buy enough time for Aura Fire to come back and steal it out from under their nose. 6,000 gold lead here in the 13th minute. But remember, Aura Fire, they need to be careful with those side lanes. They need to clear. They need to keep the discipline, because Alterego, it only takes one more moment, as now we're going to take a look at the items here in the 14th minute.
With the Golden Staff and the Demon Hunter Sword, the Wind of Nature will be able to allow Nino to make outplays, but when everyone just comes around you and just encloses your escape route, it's way easier said than done. Right now with the Divine Blade in the hands of Facehugger, that is also yet another source of damage that Alterego need to be concerned with. And in comparison, Udil only has an Ice Queen's wand, so the difference in damage magically is just way too different.
On the brink of elimination once again, Alterego gonna have to defend this one. Aura Fire looking for the close. Celeboy with the Death to his welcome. Did not connect onto anyone. Aura looking for that bottom side now. Looking to siege it down, just like they did in the mid lane. Holy Baptist, Celeboy gets sniped down! Aura are looking for it now. 1-0 down. Alterego. Pi needs to make a miracle play. Goes in, he needs to distract the members. It's actually Leo Murphy targeted down by Fluffy, losing a whole lot of HP. Pi jumps in with the falling Star Moon. Leo Murphy falls to the hands of Kabuki, who's godlike now. 7-0-3. 15 seconds on Celeboy. They're looking for that bottom side. Kabuki looking for the siege. Udil trying to zone him away. Minions still available. Aura Fire cracked the base open with another base turret secured.
Two inhibitor turrets have been taken down, but Aura Fire, they remained disciplined. They wait for the waves to crash. They realize that Selly Boy and Leo Murphy are going to be up very soon, and they don't want to make the huge risk. They don't want to make a blunder here in the 15th minute because the counters are going to be highly against them. They are able to achieve by taking away the jungle away from Alterego Esports. Selly Boy left with nothing here in the 15th minute.
Notice how defensively Nino is playing, man. His battle mirror image has been placed behind him just in case Aurafire makes that decisive play towards him. So as a result, he just isn't able to get behind and do that damage. Not yet so far. Aurafire now trying to get control, cutting off the escape routes of Alterego. But Selly Boy now, he goes for an Athena, despite the fact that Kabuki was able to just absolutely nuke him down. Lord won't be up for another 30 seconds, and Aurafire, they're just controlling the jungle, making sure that their gold lead stays as far as possible.
If Alterego Esports can take down Kabuki, then that's GG. That's all they need to achieve at this point. How can they try and do this as they don't have any heroes that can actually dive into the back line other than the Claude with a Blazing Duet, but risking their gold laner, I don't think that's worth it. It could be detrimental to their win here.
It just depends on how the fight plays out, because when the fight gets chaotic, I really feel like Alterego's composition really thrives in that kind of environment. But if Aurafire are able to maintain distance, make sure there's a solid front line, and crowd control Alterego away, they have the advantage for sure.
Once again, heavy spin and a feathered airstrike. Two massive resources. Three now with the Nibiru's Passion.
Whoa.
Popped already. Nino has to go to that top side. Aurafire playing this really well, trying to bait and trying to use this man advantage as Paquito is looking for the flanks. Now, limits of it all, Pi goes in for the falling Sun Moon, cancelled out by Godiva, who's going to be losing his immortality. Fluffy in the back lines now, going for the knockoff strike onto Selly Boy, but the Lord knocks him up. That's Selly Boy taken down, no jungler for Alterego. Nino still has his Blazing Duet. He jumps back with the BMI. Kabuki taking so much of that damage on. High picks up the red tree on the Lord. Fluffy jumps in onto Udil, has the guy to win and bring him back. Alterego now looking for the defense. Enhanced Lord marching down in the mid lane. Oh my god, Kabuki with a flicker play. Wanted to go for it. Minion wave still now coming in. Fluffy jumps in for the knockoff strike as that's gonna be Pi looking for the falling Salmon. Blazing Duet onto the back line as the heavy spin pins him down. But he has the win of nature. He's still surviving. One more hit is all it takes. Fluffy picks up the kill. His immortality will be popped in. Udil trying to look for the defense right now as Leo Murphy gets taken down by Kabuki. Udil against the world. Udil looking for the defense. Kabuki hits on the face. And look at this. Another upset. Ladies and gentlemen, throw your predictions